So RFK Jr. just threatened to challenge the TikTok ban by filing a lawsuit on the grounds of infringement on the Constitution. Now, this is getting really interesting because RFK Jr. went on to say, don't be fooled. The TikTok ban is not about China harvesting your data. That's a smokescreen. Intelligence agencies from lots of countries, especially ours, are harvesting your data from everywhere all the time. The CEO of TikTok actually reached out to the Biden administration recently and stated that they will actually go as far as to put all of the data from TikTok behind a U.S. firewall just to prove a point. However, the Biden administration wants nothing to do with that because let's get real. At the end of the day, this has nothing to do with TikTok and everything to do with one of our weakest presidential administrations in U.S. history trying to pretend that they are actually tough on China, which he's never been, which is why there are so many wars in this world right now because we have a weak president. And unfortunately, for those of you that don't understand how the world actually works, the U.S. actually strengthens and keeps a lot of these countries in check. And when we have a weak president and a weak presidential administration, we get a lot of wars, which is exactly what I predicted under the Biden administration over 3.5 years ago. I stated this stuff was going to happen, and here we are. Again, be very careful and think wisely and intellectually on who you vote for in the future. Don't just vote because the TV tells you to vote for somebody. Do your due diligence, do your research, listen to opposition, fact check the opposition on your own, not with a stupid fact checker. Actually go and look up the actual data that is being talked about. No interference from any third parties to listen about their interpretations of a policy or anything else. I urge you all to truly read these policies and everything on your own. Some of them are thousands of pages long. I get it. But when you start reading the actual policies that these people passed in the administration, you will start to see all the hidden crap that they sneak into it for their own personal gain. It is absolutely ridiculous. And yes, this has nothing to do with just the Democrats. This is all parties. This is most of the presidents throughout history, most of the House and the Senate and everybody else who writes these bills. They always sneak crap in. Again, this is why I always suggest we have term limits for everybody across the board. There is also no incentive if you take away their ability to actually invest in stock and crypto and real estate and everything else. While you serve, you should not be able to invest in anything. And that will actually start to remove all of the bull crap that they start sneaking in for their own personal gain. But that's just my opinion. And this stuff needs to end because we're talking about taking away TikTok now. What's next? There's no limit after this. We have had nothing but a dictatorship for 3.5 years, and it's time for it to end.